What's going on, everybody? My name is Leon, and today we're going to be reviewing this absolutely gorgeous 2021 Mercedes-AMG G63. Well, to start off today, we have one of the newest G-Wagons out to this day. This is the new facelift model compared to other previous models, like I'll mention right here. And of course, this one has almost every single package on it. Incredible rotors and performance brakes for the absolute best stopping power. And taking a look on the interior, we get all of the carbon fiber options and whatnot all throughout this gorgeous center console. And we'll take a look at all those details in just a moment. We have to take a moment to appreciate this car's absolute beauty. The first set of G-Wagons were introduced in 1979 as basically a go-anywhere type of vehicle, and today the G-Wagon pretty much continues that legendary history by adding aggressive looks, incredible performance, and of course all-road features. Some people hate it on its looks, calling it a box and whatnot, but you cannot disagree that this car looks absolutely gorgeous. It looks aggressive, and it's a surreal experience being inside of it. Makes you feel like you're in the mafia. Taking a little step on the interior, of course, we'll take a look again at these gorgeous carbon fiber features all throughout. The red leather and ventilated seat packages all throughout here. A true perfect family car for anyone that wants to get a G-Wagon. And taking a look at this interior, of course, we'll see more storage room here in the back. Other various leather accessories throughout the door frame. Over here, pretty much matching all throughout the interior. And a very interesting thing that G-Wagons have is, in order to close the doors properly, you have to slam them. It's almost like a character aspect to the car. You have to close the doors the same way, the way you drive it. Of course, in my opinion, the new Mercedes interiors are probably one of the best types of interiors ever made. Now, the 2023 and 2024 models I kind of disagree with. Everybody's going with the iPad screen all throughout here, but this generation adds it pretty well. These beautiful looking screens, and of course the carbon fiber features on all around the 2020 to 2023 design is just absolutely perfect in my book. But with that being said, let's take it on a drive and see how it feels to drive this giant aggressive box. And I absolutely love that the exhaust is just chilling right under the driver's seat. Adds a really interesting feel to the whole driving experience as well. And newer Mercedes also have these little dials to make it easy to switch between modes and features. And this one with that does have a valved exhaust, so you can hear the V8 engine better when you're in Sport Plus. And you get some burbles, which sounds absolutely amazing. Now, fully stepping in on the interior, we can see the absolute purity of this AMG style all throughout. Of course, we have these special AMG drivetrain modes and whatnot over here. All of your climate controls, your screen, your carbon fiber packages with your cup holder, and your module control center to control this absolutely beautiful screen here in the middle. You've got all your Bang & Olufsen items all throughout here, your sunroof, and honestly, it's nothing more than what you already need from a Mercedes. You've got all the technology, you've got all the carbon fiber, and it really does make you feel truly special. But now, getting into actually driving the AMG G-Wagon, we'll notice something different compared to the supercars that we've mentioned before on this YouTube channel, is that the road presence is surreal when you're sitting this high. It almost makes you feel like you're in a skyscraper while driving. And of course, all of the gear selecting modes are the same, from the normal Mercedes to all the way the AMG ones. But of course, we can see it picks up very quickly, which is unusual to me because the old G-Wagons are kind of sluggish and whatnot, but this one, it just absolutely goes. It's almost faster than the C63S AMG. And just driving it, it really does the job in terms of adding the luxury and comfort aspect to all of it. We're in Sport Plus right now, and it feels like I'm driving an AMG GTR while also driving a G-Wagon with like Magna Ride. Some people will say that it's a bit hard to drive like this since you're so high in the sky and it gives you a little bit of nausea, but in my opinion, I like this kind of road presence. It makes you feel like you're on top of the world in a sense, and you don't really have to deal with the low visibility of a supercar, because once you hit the gas, you've got the supercar power, the V8 engine, and of course, the visibility. Not to mention it going over bumps so easily. This car, I feel like, is the perfect daily driver for many. And of course, the price is a bit varying. It's not as depreciated as the other models we've reviewed. But honestly, I would totally buy this. I mean, some really hate it just for the memes about it and whatnot. But I mean, it does everything you'd want it and more. Now, the older Mercedes G-Wagons I hate, in my opinion. The interior is really sluggish and kind of outdated, of course, when we're in 2023. But even for that time, some automakers really outdid themselves with the interior, making it timeless. But that one had the key-in start function, all these other various things that you needed to have. The steering wheel didn't really look so good, and it was a lot more boxy than this one. This one kind of adds the design aspect to it and adds the new flush looks of the Mercedes-AMGs, and of course the newer engine, newer design, and the screens and the steering wheel. It's a perfect mix. Also, as a fact, if you get in a car crash, you're definitely surviving. This thing is just rock solid, and of course, it being a box, if anyone hits you, you're not going to take the impact, they will. It feels like this thing can destroy anything in its way, and obviously that's what the G-Wagon's really made for. And of course, I absolutely love these modes over here. I mean, the AMG Dynamics, the Sport Plus, all the cool little AMG features. Something I didn't know before, I didn't really take a look at it, is pressing these, you can select between manual paddle shift and auto modes, and then you have the AMG Dynamics, and of course these sport driving modes, all are here on the right. And I love that they have the main accessories all throughout the steering wheel to give you ease of access. Sounds absolutely incredible, just like an AMG should, and drives phenomenally. Downshifting, it's almost just as similar as a C63 AMG. I mean, you have all of those features, you have all of the technology, except it's a lot better feeling. Absolutely surreal amount of acceleration on that. It almost makes you feel like this is a lot faster than the supercars or the coupes that AMG makes, and it's kind of interesting. And of course, just putting it in comfort mode, it'll drive just as normally as any other SUV, and you get the absolute best mix of both worlds. Now, another thing with the new G-Wagons, they've obviously added all of the fuel economy things like auto start, stop, off functions. Something I didn't know when I was just driving, it actually eliminated the V8 engine, and it showed me that only 4 cylinders were running, probably and most likely because of the fuel economy with the V8 engines and its bad rep for obviously gargling fuel down. It's probably become more fuel efficient and of course a lot more usable with the new ones. And that's what I love about this, is that it has all that technology, and it gives you the ease of access between choosing between your sport modes and of course other various features. So with that, stepping out of the G63 AMG, slamming it because you actually have to. Some may not like that, but it's kind of funny in my opinion. But the looks of this thing, you just cannot beat. The older ones, in my opinion, they had a lot of loose parts and they weren't really put together that well, but this one is absolutely gorgeous. It's the newest, the best looking, the most beautiful G-Wagon you could get today. Now, the old ones are depreciated, but in my opinion, I'd go the extra mile to get my hands on something like this. It is a truly raw experience. I love how clicky the doors are and the spacious room of this entire car. It's exactly what you'd want, and it's really something to go for. I mean, take a look at this absolutely gorgeous interior. I cannot get over this. But overall, it's a beautiful vehicle. A lot of people hate on it for its looks, but in my opinion, they outdid themselves with the new one. It looks absolutely fabulous, and I truly recommend buying one. The V8 is what does it best. I'm obviously sad about the new ones being electric or V6, who knows. This one is the thing to get. It's the V8, it's got everything, and it looks absolutely beautiful.